listening to New Kids on the Pod with your hosts, Momba, Tony D, and JYD.
You like that, right? Hello. We are Tony D and JYD and Mamba. I forgot about Mamba.
Oh, you're fucking rusty.
Super rusty.
Damn.
God
Let's
damn.
run that back.
You've atrophied just like half of our equipment.
And it's okay because now all the recording is all fucked up, and now they were saying the other thing, and this is all
right.
sorts of fucked up.
Gonna-
Nothing works.
Are you gonna fix it in post production?
Probably not.
Just say yes.
Okay, I'll try.
Yeah. Sure.
So, for those of you listening, if you are a usual listener, we haven't been on in like 2 years.
Welcome back.
I think I heard. Let's look. What was our last episode? April. This was this one right here.
That was the last one?
This is
1
the
year
last
ago.
one.
That's not too bad.
No, that's what that says. That was like April of 2021, I think. I'm gonna check our new. Oh no, did my mic go out?
No, you sound fine. I hear you.
I can hear you.
Everything is fucked up, guys. So we're going to our new website, NKOTP.pro. So
Why is it?
January 9th, 2021. So it's almost. It'll be 2 years.
Just over 2 years.
Just over 2 years since we last recorded.
So what have you guys been up to?
A lot.
Like what?
So who wanted to record?
Tony. This is all Tony's idea. Tony brought the show back from the dead. He made it rise from the ashes.
You know what? Like, what was it 2 weeks ago we talked about it? Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. Because I had a lot to say, and I needed the internet to know,
Yeah.
and I needed an outlet.
Okay. Is this like your therapy?
Yeah, but that was like 2 weeks ago, so I forgot half the things I was gonna say.
Now
Wow.
And then I was like, oh well, whatever. I don't need to say anything anymore. But then we told people we're gonna record, and now people are expecting an episode.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, now we gotta see it.
all five of you.
Yeah. So this is for
All five of you.
all five people, and 3 are sitting in this room.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been listening to old episodes. I started from episode 1. I think I only got to episode 5.
Jesus.
And then you just couldn't handle
Yeah,
it.
you're
I
like,
was
what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, why are we doing this? But yeah, anyway, so yeah, a lot to talk about. I guess we do have a lot to talk about because I know our old faithful listeners that don't know us
Yeah,
personally.
a lot of life changes.
A lot of life changes.
We have a lot to talk about, but not a lot of time because Joker didn't pay his internet bill, so we could only fit an hour worth of podcast into this episode.
And that's with the compression.
It's already been 5 minutes, so
Yeah.
No, it hasn't. It's only been
All right, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes and 16 seconds.
all right,
So-
get the gabbing.
Let's go first.
Well, Junker, I think you had the biggest.
Well,
Okay, I'll go first. Since I had the bigger accomplishments,
Oh, of course.
go ahead, Mom.
I was gonna wait till you guys somehow brought it up because I don't want to brag. I wanted somebody to bring it up for me, and I was gonna be coy.
Well, I mean, if you let us go first, maybe we'd get to it.
Okay, Joker, go first.
Well, as everybody can see, we're still in the same studio. So one of the changes is not that we moved.
So Junker didn't get evicted.
Yeah,
I didn't get evicted.
His domicile has not been foreclosed yet.
No, it
his
has not.
his fortress of solitude.
So, but one of the changes is that even though I didn't get evicted, this house is no longer mine. It belongs to another. A mini junkyard.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Contrary to popular belief, you actually defied the odds and
Yes.
procreated.
I did.
I was gonna say. So there is proof that you have had intercourse
At least once.
At least once in
Yeah.
your life.
Yes, that is true.
But at what cost? Because see, I'm a firm believer that in order to obtain something of equal value must be lost, and I feel like in your journey to procreate, your physical health took a nosedive.
You're not wrong. Physical, mental, emotional, everything. Any type of health, just straight down the fucking toilet.
So you had a bout with grayscale that seems to be doing a lot better.
Yes, not grayscale, psoriasis.
I I like to refer to it as adult eczema.
Yes. My skin's a lot better, as you guys can see. Nobody could probably saw it last episode. I look exactly the same. Maybe a little heavier than the last time you guys saw me, but that's about the only difference. After I had the baby, my body got riddled with psoriasis.
With ailments?
Yes.
Well, don't skip over the psoriasis. In order to get rid of the psoriasis, you have to get something else first.
Oh, yeah, I had TB.
Latent TB.
Latent TB. So
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it just means that it's like in your body and doesn't do anything.
It was
So
just...
did you step on a rusty nail?
No, that's not TB. That's was it? Oh, yeah,
That's
it's
TB. That's
Oh,
tetanus.
that's tetanus. There you go.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, that's not TB.
He was chewing on a rusty nail. That's how you get TB.
Okay.
No, I don't know. People, according to the doctor that I saw, it's common. Like you guys could have TB and not even know about it. It's just
I don't know, man.
Living in a big city and even traveling to like Mexico and whatnot, you can get TB.
I think that whenever you go to a doctor and you have some kind of like weird ailment, they always try to like make you feel like, oh, this is so common. I see this all the time.
Yeah, I think TB is common amongst people that like drink in saloons and shit in outhouses. I don't think it's that common of a thing anymore.
People that frequent public restrooms without using a toilet seat cover.
Yeah. People that have wooden teeth. Pioneers.
You you might as well have scurvy.
Yeah.
So in order for your psoriasis to get I needed a shot to get rid of it. They test you because that shot can, if you have latent TB, it can activate it.
So in order for them to test you, to give you treatment for
one ailment,
for your grayscale, they found another ailment.
Exactly.
And they had to they had to treat that ailment before they can give you the treatment for the first ailment.
Exactly.
And then during that, you also got the Rona.
No, I had the Rona before that.
Oh, you got it before that?
Yeah, that was way before that. I got the Rona. So okay, thinking back on it, I may have gotten it twice. I only proved Mamba. I've only been proven once. He hasn't proven it at all. But I'm sure he's gotten it. I'm pretty sure he's got it. Anyway.
Every time I felt under the weather, I have tested multiple times. I took the rapid test and the
PCR.
Yeah, the PCR all came back negative. Now, I'm going to steal the spotlight from Junkyard. For years, well, this is 2023, January.
So you can say years.
So for 3 years, Junkyard has been like, you're too reckless. You're going out. You're going to get the Rona. I went to go visit my mom once when COVID became a thing, and he had a fit.
Yeah, and I was going to bring that up because I specifically remember Junkyard among other people in our circle of friends that we were accosted for going out and doing stuff and being reckless and lo and behold, who gets the Rona?
I got it for my wife. She went out.
No, it doesn't matter. The point
is that you still.
The point is that you got it, and
the fuck? Yeah, I got it. Maybe.
And then me, who quote unquote was wilding out, none. And I've been exposed to it multiple times, and I did test just like Mamba. Every time I did contact tracing,
a cough or something,
or anything. I'm like, oh, let me go get tested, or because my family members they got it, so I'm like, okay, let me go get tested. My close friends got it, okay, let me go get tested, and every time it came back negative.
So the only time I've ever tested positive was once when my wife got it. It was after three. My son was only 3 months old, so it was 3 months after he was born. She went out. She went to the aquarium.
I know
with some
exactly.
friends.
She went to the shed aquarium.
She went to the shed aquarium.
The first time you let her out of the house,
Yep.
and she comes back with a plague.
And she came back. She got sick. Gave me the Rona.
That's because you kept her holed up for many years. She had no exposure to the elements.
She had a compromised immune system.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? She fucked up because now she can't go out at all. Ever.
Oh.
And that's what happened to you too. You decided to be like a bubble boy, and then the first time you get exposed to anything outside of your house, your body breaks down.
Well, anyway, so I got the Rona that time. But thinking back, so when my son was born, the day he was born, I had gotten sick that night. That was the day before, and I was coughing, and I got really sick, and I went to get tested, and I was negative. I tested 4 times, all negative, but something to this day still doesn't sit right with me. I don't know. It lasted a long time. It lasted probably a month after he was born.
All right. Well,
all right, enough.
Moving on from your
enough about the Rona shit.
All right. Moving on from your body deprecating.
So yeah. So kids.
How is being a dad for somebody that has always acted like a father?
And not the fun kind.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. It's hard. It is probably like one of the best things that's ever happened to me and one of the worst things that's ever happened to me all at the same time. So, like, for example, like today was a perfect example. So I get home. And my son fucking, like, I think he just gets tired of being with my wife all day. I'm just being honest. Like,
I mean, who doesn't, right? Not your wife specifically, but who doesn't get tired of being trapped in a house with a woman all day?
I'm sure some people don't. But anyway, so like every time I get home, he's always like really excited to see me, and he like doesn't want to see her anymore. It's like, go away, mom. Like, I just want to be with dad. So he crawls up to me and then he like grabs me and he like wants me to pick him up. So today, I grabbed him and my wife had like something to do, so she wasn't even like, she like kind of took off. She was in the house, but she's just like, she came down here to do some shit. So I was with him the whole time. Probably for like, I got home like about 5. His bedtime was about 7. So like for 2 hours, I was just me and him. I fed him. We just hung out. I was playing with the ball and stuff with him. And like, it was great. Everything was fucking perfect. We were having a great time. Bedtime comes. Everything's good. And usually like I do bedtime by myself and then my wife kind of says goodnight. She wasn't there because she was busy. I said goodnight as soon as I was like ready to like wrap him up because I like put him in like the sleep sack.
Yeah.
He fucking flipped. He flipped out. And he started fucking crying bloody murder. You think I was killing the fucking kid? You think I'd be fucking choking his ass? But he was just fucking bawling. Like all out bawling. I thought I felt my phone vibrating and I thought you guys were texting me. Like saying that you were outside here early or some shit. I'm like, these motherfuckers, I'll probably hear his ass fucking bawling from outside. And dude, I was there and I was like, fuck, dude, like there's times where it's like so hard to like, I mean, they're babies, so like, he's 1 year old now, but it's like he's still a baby. It's like sometimes it's just like, man, you just be like, if you were a fucking grown up right now, I'd punch you in the chest.
Yeah, right.
For acting up like that.
See, it's because you gotta let him self-soothe. Just let him cry.
Trust me, I've let him cry. I don't. It's not that he didn't learn to self-soothe because he can self-soothe sometimes, but like, dude, like, if you hurt him, you'd be like, what the fuck? Especially today, he doesn't normally cry like that. Like when he cries, it's not as severe. Today, he like fucking. I haven't heard him cry like that in a really really long time.
So
I don't know what happened.
So what you do? You make sure that was he fed?
Yeah, he was fed.
Did he change his diaper?
Yeah, changed his diaper.
All right. Did he have his bath or I don't know what other nightly routine?
Yeah.
You do?
Well, yes and no. So that was the other thing. He didn't want to drink He usually drinks milk before he goes to bed. He didn't want to drink it.
Okay.
So he's being.
So that's his choice.
He was being a little.
So
shit.
So basically, you changed him. He ate. He was offered a snack and he refused. All right, then just let him cry.
Yeah.
Put on some noise canceling headphones and call it a night.
Yeah.
What's he gonna cry about? He can't cry because he has a dirty diaper. He can't cry because he's hungry.
What if he shits himself while he's crying?
Oh well, then.
I mean, who hasn't?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, shit happens, man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, long story short, if I was super like on edge and stressed out. My wife finally came up and came in and she took him. So I was like, I fuck this. I got
She was like,
Did it?
She was like, you're useless.
All right.
Get out the way.
All right,
no,
well,
because like I said, I put him to bed.
all right, time to move on. So, so Mamba.
We're each allotted 15 minutes.
13. It's been 13 minutes.
So Mamba, I heard a rumor that you ran a marathon.
What? Well, I don't know why'd you brought that up, but
I heard because if you didn't tell anyone. You just,
no,
you're moving in silence. You're
moving in silence.
making silent moves.
I'm not the type to brag about whatever arduous accomplishments I may.
No matter how impressive they are, you'll never brag about it.
Yeah, especially people in this maybe in this room who are like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to do it, and you know what? I fucking did it.
I never said you weren't able to do it.
I wasn't talking about you.
Well, was it Tony?
Huh?
How do
There's
you
only
know?
3 of us in here.
I said people that may or may not be in this room.
May or may not, yeah.
Okay.
But the fact that you said that, yes. Junkyard.
I didn't say you couldn't. I said that
Yeah, but you weren't really supportive.
I wasn't unsupportive. I just said you needed to. I was actually, if anything, I was very supportive because I was like, you need to work hard. You need to work harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did.
Good. You're welcome.
I didn't do it. Wait a minute. I don't know what kind of fuck games you're playing. What kind of fuck games, mind games you're playing, but I will not give you any credit for my accomplishment.
Yeah, don't let him take your thunder, Ramos. So what was that like? Because you trained for like a while.
Yes.
You can't just wake up one day all willy nilly and be like, I'm gonna run a marathon.
For those who do not follow me on Instagram, because I humble brag on Instagram all the time, I ran the Chicago Marathon for a charity. I just kind of did it on a whim. A friend of ours, her mom runs a charity, and she was saying that she was going to do it. I was like, oh, I always wanted to do it. And she was like, oh, why don't you sign up? And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll sign up. And I did that like a year in advance, but I didn't really take it seriously till like it got close to it. And I spent all summer running around Midway Airport. For those of you who don't know, Midway Airport, there's like no shade. It's right in the middle of the sun.
Oh yeah, it's just another pavement.
It's hot.
It's all pavement.
So I spent like, what is it, 18-week training program? Yeah. 18 weeks just like running. Not fast, but running. I tried to get Junkyard to come out because he lives like right next to the airport with me, and he said no.
You couldn't even get him to jog?
No.
I was too busy.
Even what about a brisk pace?
I will say something nice. Well, not about him, about his wife. I guess she's seen me running one day, and she's like, "Oh, he doesn't have any like water or anything."
No, you had a water bottle.
Yeah, I was carrying a water bottle, and she bought me a water backpack. That was very nice of her. But yes, it was hard. Like, well, I'm not going to say it was easy, but like I was feeling good. Because when you're running the marathon, you have all these people cheering you on for the most part. There's some like dead places. But like Boys Town, for those of you who don't know, that's like where all the homosexuals congregate in Chicago. It's a great place. I love it. But they like showed out. They had stages. There was drag queens dancing. And that was really, that like gave me a boost of energy. Pilsen.
Oh, yeah, because there's like a little map you could follow.
Yeah.
And you can see like the tracker where people are.
Yeah.
So I know the area you're talking about. You were there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
What was going on?
Well, all the Mexicans in Pilsen were sitting outside. There was a lot of them. They were all sitting outside drinking Modelo's.
So you're like,
and it was very hard not to just stop and like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not enjoy myself? But Tony showed up. Tony and some other friends of ours.
I did.
Showed up with my girlfriend. I guess my fiance now. I got engaged, by the way.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, that's another
I got
one.
engaged,
Getting
by the
married.
way.
That's right.
All right, back to your marathon.
Yeah.
Bogus as
Yeah.
fuck.
And so it was a marathon is 26 miles. I got to like mile 22. And then I hit the wall that everybody was talking about. Like once I got to the 22nd mile, I was like, man, fuck this. I was like, this is so stupid. Who would ever do it? Especially where I met you guys at.
Yeah, because we were towards the end.
Yeah, you guys were towards the end. And you guys were like right by like midway point of mile 22.
Yeah.
And then if you look across, because it was like a big street with like a divider in between.
Yeah. And you had to go around it.
Yeah,
too.
you had to go around. And then you saw like the checkpoint for mile 24. I was like, man, I'm so fucking close. But I didn't realize that I had to go to mile 23 first. And mile 23 was like, obviously like over like a mile away. So I had to go all the way around. And once I did that, like, I think once I slowed down, all the pain that I felt in my feet just came out of nowhere. And it makes sense because I took off my socks at the end of the day and I had like marble-sized blisters on them. And it was hard, but I'm glad I did it because I could talk about it for the rest of my life.
And you could lord it over people.
Yeah, I could lord it. I was like, oh, well, you've never done it?
What?
You've never wanted it?
Really?
You should try it. But yeah, it was fun. I loved it. I'm actually going to do it again this year. The 2023 one. I already signed up. And I'm going to try to do it in a much faster time than I did. This last year I did it in 6 hours and 47 minutes. I'm going to try to do it in 5 hours this time. So that's a 12-minute mile pace.
Okay.
And other than that, I'm going to get married in a couple months. So all very exciting things.
So where's the wedding at?
The wedding is in Vegas. So my fiance's family, they're big fans of
Gambling.
They like Vegas, and their recreational activity is driving to Indiana to the Horseshoe Casino and playing the slots.
Well, I am very excited for your wedding.
I too am excited.
Because I'm excited to go to Vegas.
Are you really
I too am
excited?
Me?
Junkyard?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Because
I'm excited to go see some shows. I'm excited to get away from my kid.
I told you can't do that. I told as one of the groomsmen, you have to be on my beck and call. So like if I need you,
Like
if you need me, just text me when I'm done with the show.
yeah.
I'll
What
go.
if you're
No. If he texts you mid-show, you got to walk out.
yeah, you got to leave.
Okay,
I don't care what David Copperfield is doing. You got to get
What if he makes the Statue of Liberty disappear again? He needs my help to find it.
to find it.
Like, oh no.
So yeah, it's gonna be in Vegas in April. I'm excited, but I'm ready to get it over with. If that makes sense.
Why?
Just because you worry about it.
Weddings are stressful.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
you've been
I mean,
married.
you would know.
Yeah, but because you've been married a lot, right?
No, I know that because I'm saying you guys would know that.
But everybody always says like.
Don't forget, I worked as a wedding planner, so I know a thing or two about
So
weddings.
wedding planner.
But after like weddings,
All right, wedding
usually
consultant.
the bride and groom or the couple, they always say like, "Oh, I wish." Like, or they didn't get to enjoy it, or they just say stuff like that, or like we should have just eloped.
It's more for like, I think the party's more for your guests than for
Yeah.
yourself because you spend the whole reception like just talking or to your guests or people come up to you and whatever, and
I
it's
guess.
not like you can't just go there and like, oh, I'm just gonna get fucked up.
Yeah. Apparently, that's
frowned upon.
that's frowned
I mean, you
upon.
can, but it's not recommended.
I got
Especially
fucked up at my wedding.
Yeah. You were very fun at your wedding.
Yeah, that's the junkyard that I miss.
Yeah, the junkyard that was like, "What do you want? You want beer? You want food? You want baby girls?
You want a stormtrooper?
Yeah.
What? I got you.
I can get married again. We can get divorced and get married again. If you want.
Oh.
So I just realized that like since October, actually no, since last year, so last September, around last fall of 2022, I was looking forward to going to New Orleans in October for one of my buddies that got married in November. So we did a bachelor party in New Orleans in November. That was exciting. And then after that, I had Mamba's bachelor party, also in New Orleans, to look forward to.
Yeah, we did.
Which we did. It was awesome. We had a blast. And
Can I just say though that was rough.
I mean, it was rough.
5 days in New Orleans. I'm not a 20-year-old anymore. I'm gonna be 35. Staying up all night drinking. I think
It hits a lot harder the next day than it used to.
I had to go back and work that Tuesday because we drove there. And that Tuesday, I remember sitting at my desk and I was like falling asleep. I was like, I'm fucked. Like I'm not drunk or anything. I'm just like I'm tired.
You're just exhausted.
Yeah.
So I realized that. So then we did that, and then we got the your wedding in Vegas coming up in April, and then I realized that after that, I have nothing to look forward to.
You like at all?
Nothing at all.
One of our other friends is getting married.
Yeah, but that's all to be determined. Like I don't have an actual date.
Oh, you need something.
I need something in the calendar to look forward to. So after April, it's like it's nothing. It's like my calendar just ends.
Well, my fiance's parents, they said that they wanted like, since me and my fiance's wedding in Vegas is going to be really small. It's going to be like the reception is like 50 people. We might go a little bit over, but it's going to be pretty small. And they were like, "Oh, we wanted to do something for you guys in the summer, so we might like throw you guys like a big party or whatever." I'm like, "Okay, as long as you guys are paying for it, that's
You
fine.
can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want. You could have whatever party in our honor." So
So where are you going for your honeymoon?
that is a honeymoon Vegas.
Oh, I thought you were gonna take like a trip somewhere like special, like I don't know, Kankakee or something.
Kankakee. I could take her to, what are those commercials for? Is it Lover's Lane?
Oh
No, is it the Sybaris?
Is where they have like there's like an
Lovers
indoor.
Lane?
Yeah,
That's Sybaris. Lovers Lane's where they sell the
Lovers Lane is like
Oh, where
but
they-
Sybaris is where they have like those suites for like
Yeah.
with like a hot tub
And then
like
there's
water
a slide going on.
Yeah,
They make those seem so sexual, so erotic.
they do. They even have a Drink Your Pulpa commercial because they even had like their own little fucking theme song.
Will we get hit with a copyright?
No, we're gonna get hit with like thank you for the promotion.
Yeah, they
Look, man, if we get a copyright strike from fucking Sybaris, I would not even be fucking.
they try to fancy it up like as
Yeah,
if
but,
it's
but
not,
we all know that that's where people go to cheat.
yeah, it's not. It's just a place for people to go to get their fuck on.
Yeah,
That's basically.
but they
it.
try to make it classy.
Yeah. That's where people go to spend hundreds of dollars to spend a few minutes having intercourse.
All right, give me 1 sec here.
Is that the old commercial?
Yeah, this is the old original commercial.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
that's-
that looks.
that's
old as
a
fuck.
perfect. That's
Yeah,
a perfect
you know
one.
what? You're right because.
You're not gonna get any audio on this though.
All right, scrap that idea. It's a bad idea.
Well, look up Sybaris commercials, and
Well, they can watch the video.
they're very dated. All right, fine, just play it.
They can see it.
But part of what I wanted the audience to see was like I wanted them to
The
hear
erotic
audio.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like
Ooh,
a,
look at that.
This looks like a softcore porn. Oh, it is. This is a Skinamax commercial.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe I'll
Take her to the Sybaris.
take her to the Sybaris for our honeymoon. Very elegant, very sensual.
So it's very very upscale. Very it's very classy. Very classy.
I'm sure there's
It ain't the Motel 6. You know
I'm sure there's no body fluids anywhere in that place.
that place looks like it's thoroughly sanitized between guests.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So basically, that's my 2023. You're getting married in April. And I'm excited about it.
Cool. Tony, what's new with you?
Nothing.
Can I mention one thing
What? Oh yeah,
about Tony?
yeah.
Yeah.
You're not wearing a hat.
What? Really?
What?
Bro, I didn't even realize.
What? Why is that? Is there some sort of...
I just forgot it. Nothing's changed. I just forgot my hat.
Oh, okay.
We haven't recorded in so long. Like, I just walked out of the house. I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot my hat. I was on my here. I'm like, well, whatever.
It has nothing,
I didn't want to drive back for it.
It has nothing to do with no newfound confidence.
No. And yes.
No and yes. Because your hair's looking pretty sexy.
Thank you.
Might
Thank
I
you.
say.
It was very expensive, so I would hope so.
Like how expensive?
Like,
You
bought
can't say it.
yeah, that's rude. But I could have bought another car.
That's pretty. That's
You could have
pretty
bought
expensive.
a practical car.
That could be anywhere between a used clunker or a high-end, small to mid-size sedan.
So how does it make you feel?
It's interesting because for a while I spent almost nothing on hair product,
Yeah.
and now I need it.
So now
And-
everything. So if anything, the hair is costing you more money.
It
than
is.
did
So
before.
not only did it cost me money to obtain, but it's like another,
Upkeep.
it's like the cost of ownership has also gone up. I didn't take into account the cost of ownership or inflation.
Like before, you didn't really need haircuts,
No, and now like I actually need them a lot more frequently.
right? So you got to pay for haircuts. You got to pay for gel.
Yes,
You got to pay for other treatments if you need them.
I do because I also because when you do like the hair, the FUE,
Yeah.
they also put you on finasteride and minoxidil. So it's like it's like a little dropper, whatever you put in your. Supposed to use it twice a day, and then you just take the Propecia, which is finasteride.
Oh.
And that's so that it stops your whatever you did have before. It stops that from completely falling off or thinning out. Otherwise, then you have the hair that they transplanted, but then that's all you're gonna have. Then everything else is gonna fucking fall off. So it makes sense, but it's fine. I mean, luckily, like Propecia's patent ran out like years ago, so
Yeah.
now they have like all the generic ones you can get for like super cheap.
Is that the stuff you could buy? Like I see those commercials for Hims.
Yeah. So you can even do it online. All you do is like you could do like the telemedicine thing.
Yeah.
You just fill out this form, and then there's like a doctor that asks you some questions, and then okay, cool. Here's your prescription. They could fulfill it, or you can just take it to like a fucking pharmacy and have them do it. But I just have them ship it to me like once a year. Ship it out, and then it's that and the minoxidil.
What's your go-to hair hair application. Is it Moco de Gorilla?
So it's funny you mentioned. So for those who don't know, Moco de Gorilla is this gel that was super extra strong hold. It was very popular in the Hispanic community, and I have used it, but it's actually like I think it got popular because it is no longer like it wasn't cheap. At least back when I used it, like I remember it started getting more expensive. I was like, fuck this. So then and after a while I just didn't need any hair product. But one of the ones that I would use and I always use is like it's called like a forming paste, and it's called Aquage.
Okay.
And it is hands down the best that I've used.
Aquage?
Yeah. So it's Aquage, and there's another one. There's the bedhead. It's like a blue. I can't remember. It's like transformation paste or something. But those two are like the best because, like, I don't like using like just gel, like regular gel,
because it gives you like that scummy shine.
Yeah, and it's like that, and
Like-
hair same, and then hairspray just flakes.
Yeah.
And then same thing with mousse. So it's like, so this is like you can apply it while your hair is damp or is dry.
Yeah, those are all products that guys who do cocaine in bathrooms
It's true.
use.
Yes. So
Respectable men
yeah.
use like pomade.
So those are yeah. I'm a Dapper Dan. What is it?
A
I
Dapper-
don't want no fop. I want Dapper Dan. So yeah, those are my go-to hair products. Now that I require.
Did you have to get a new haircut person, like a new stylist?
Well,
new haircut
yeah,
person?
because the last hairstylist I saw before that was like 10 years ago.
Did you need to get a new haircut engineer?
I did.
As a core dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so other than that, yeah, nothing's really been. I don't really lead an exciting life.
Then why did you convince us to do this fucking
Because,
podcast?
like I said, I had a lot to say 2 weeks ago. I had a lot on my mind.
Why didn't you write,
I was
why didn't you write it
going
down?
through stuff. Why?
Yeah, why didn't you write it
Because
down?
I don't carry a pen like you, Junkyard.
Hey, well, you should.
Yeah, well, I know that now.
Why did
You got a cell phone with a notes app, don't you? You got like voice notes. You got like
I do.
if you were
regular
going
notes.
through a lot of stuff, why didn't you do what normal people do and post about it in their Tumblr?
How do you know I didn't?
Oh,
And no, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to give you the link to my Tumblr
Why not?
because that's my outlet to my feelings. And if I share my Tumblr, then you'll know
that's like your diary.
exactly, and then you're gonna weaponize it and use it against me.
Do you have a honeypot Tumblr?
I do. I have a honeypot Facebook too.
Oh,
I have not been on Tumblr ever since they got rid of pornography. So I don't know what it like.
You have no reason to be there. Like I have no reason to be here.
Ever since they got rid of pornography gifts, it just hasn't been for me. I take my business elsewhere.
so I have a question for you guys. What's worse, our first episode or our first episode back?
I think they should both be equally bad because it's like your muscles. If you don't work them out, they atrophy.
Well,
Just like our equipment.
Like just we came in and half your shit doesn't work,
were
And
any of the
I can't find shit.
and you can't find the audio. We have no soundboard.
were any of the episodes in between that actually good?
Yeah, there were a few good ones.
Like
We
if
had-
out of the
I could name. I could name at least two.
I
good
mean,
episodes.
you could say that, but like, what metric are we using to say that they were good?
I mean, people liked them. Like the 5 people that listen to us, they say
Okay,
good
so 3 out of the 5 people liked it. That's
things.
cool.
Yeah,
And they're sitting in this room.
yeah. Like when we had Dale Wheatley on, that was good.
Oh, we
Talking
did.
About
We had Ariel on that one time too.
What movie were we?
Don's Plum.
Don's Plum. There you go.
Well, yeah.
Dom's Plum, right?
Don.
Dom.
No, it's Don.
Dom.
doesn't
I'm
matter.
100% sure it's Don.
We are the only people to talk about that movie, and Sid's our podcast.
No, actually, Vice made a documentary about it shortly after.
Oh, but we were the first.
Oh, you want to know why? Because Vice heard our podcast.
Yeah,
And they're
we were the first.
So Vice heard our podcast. They saw that we had Dale on, and they're like, "Oh man, we need to jump on this trend."
For those who don't know, Don's Plum is a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire. That
And was it Kevin Connolly? Is it Kevin Connolly?
I think so.
Who cares?
I can't remember his name. Anyway, he's like the least famous out of all of them, I guess. But yeah,
We like talked about it on a podcast, and the director was like creeping and found out we were talking about it. And we talked to him.
and he had to set the record straight.
Yeah.
Because apparently, what you read on the internet
It's not true.
is not always true, which blows my mind. Like, how can you put shit on the internet that ain't true?
Oh, yeah, a lot of people do it. We also we had Ariel on our last episode, or second to last episode.
That was their second to last episode?
Yeah, it was episode 200. Last episode was 201. When, I don't know, fuck, we did 201. 200 we had Ariel and Debbie on.
Is that...
Oh, the news, Debbie, she has a baby too. She also had a child.
You know, we never used a real name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No.
I went back and checked.
Okay, I would say you just outed her.
Do you think she like wants you telling people that she had a kid?
I'm sure she doesn't care.
Okay.
No, you never saw her face.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Good point.
But yeah, she was also with child and had a kid.
You should open up that document right there.
The one that I'm hovering over? No, I'm good. I bet you're on there. Anyway, so yeah, I'm like, so for obviously you guys can't see my screen, but I'm like scouring my fucking Google Drive.
And there is a document from the past.
Yes,
that-
way past.
From way past.
Yeah.
Is
I would like Junkyard to open that document.
Is it Tila Tequila sex tape?
It's not Taylor's Tequila sex tape. That'd be a lot better than that. So we came to record, right? And I'm like getting everything ready. Our soundboard, which has all our sounds, doesn't turn on. Our intro, we played off YouTube. I couldn't find it. I found the intro and the outro. I can't find any of the other audio, well, like most of the other audio files. So hopefully that thing can turn on because I don't know where the rest of them are at. And for me to have to recreate them is going to be kind of a pain in the ass.
Okay, so this isn't really our comeback episode. This is us announcing that we will be back in a future episode. For real.
It will be better.
It's right. Yeah.
We got new.
So this is like kind of like
A soft open.
yeah,
A real
kind of like a prequel to the, not a prequel, like, you know how they have the pilot episode, but then they have like that other episode that kind of like just alludes to the pilot. This is what that is.
Yeah, we got a new segment. Not this episode.
Great.
But our future episodes.
Because Mamba loves segments.
Well, I'm sure we got some guests lined up.
I specifically said I won't come back if there's segments.
I do remember you saying that, and I do remember agreeing to that, only because that's the only way to get you here. So I lied.
And we're gonna have
treachery.
We're also gonna have some guests on. I don't know who yet, but we'll have guests. A little bit of.
We're still or is the hotline open, or did we not pay?
No,
that
actually. Okay, so the hotline is TBD.
Okay.
So a lot of things
So the
have changed.
hotline is not blinging?
So the hotline is not
did we lose that number?
Yes.
Is it? Who picked it up? The Russians?
So for those who don't know, we had a Google Voice number where you guys could call in.
Leave voicemails,
Leave
whatever.
voicemails. You could talk to us live when we
Or
are
talk shit
able
like
or
most
whatever.
people did.
Yeah. We lost that number because we didn't use it in like 2 years. We haven't recorded in 2 years. So if you don't use it like on a constant basis, you just lose it. So yeah, we lost that.
Okay.
So we didn't renew our domain.
So NKOTP.com is
Right,
owned by some Chinese entity.
because they bought it like a few months ago. So now we are NKOTP.pro. So if you want to find us, NKOTP.pro.
NKOTP.pro.
Well, pro's cooler than com because
That is true.
We're really professional. Like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
podcast, like that represents us.
It does.
Just like the iPhone Pro.
NKOTP.pro.
Right, exactly. Everything becomes free. Right?
Pro
iPhone,
Max.
Yeah.
iPad,
13.
the MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
So those are usually like the better upgraded versions. This is the better upgraded version of NKOTP.
So they say.
So we lost our Google number. We lost our domain.
Yep.
We lost our soundboard.
Well, that's TBD.
Okay.
We
Latent
lost,
TBD.
we lost our website because, as you can see up on the screen up there, guys, this is our the old version of what we had. This is just basically just our podcasts, which is fine. We really didn't use it for much else besides this, but luckily we still have all our links, all our Spotify or Apple Podcasts, everything. Everything still exists.
If we lost all the episodes, that I actually wouldn't be upset over that because
Yeah. There's some I was gonna do this, but when I record, like when we recorded episodes before, I like was kind of an edgelord, and I was trying to say stuff to be funny,
Yeah.
and it was just like cringe.
Yeah.
So apologies.
So now you're gonna be less like Henry Cejudo.
So you're no longer being an edgelord?
Or at least I'm gonna try not to be.
Okay.
You know, like I said, I'm gonna be 35. You probably shouldn't say some of the things that I may or may not have said before.
So you're trying to get ahead of it before
Yeah.
you
Trying to
get
control the narrative.
before you get canceled.
And like, it's what I've had. Well, at least one person, a husband of one of my fiance's friends, and he like, I don't know how he heard about it, but he was like heard about our podcast and he started to listen to it. And every time I see him, he was like, "Yeah, man, you know, I'm on episode blah blah blah." I'm like, "Oh, really?
Why?
Why? Why would you do that?"
He's like, well, I can't wait for that domain to expire.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it right up.
All right, so let's go ahead. We'll bring back a couple. We got a little bit of time. Let's do a couple.
Oh no,
segments.
is the hour almost over?
It is actually. Let's do a couple of segments. We'll do 2 segments of our old show. Bringing
Just
them back.
for nostalgia.
Well, you know, we'll keep them alive. These are some good ones. So this will be our first one. Bear with me.
Hell no, motherfuckers! Wake the fuck up.
You know what that means.
Tony, do you have a gripe? Life is good.
You know, I had like so many gripes.
Well, here, think about it. I have a gripe.
All right, go ahead.
I've actually been saving this one. This was actually supposed to be for the next time we record, and that next
So
time
2
never
years
came.
ago?
Yeah, 2 years
So
ago.
you've been holding on to
Ooh.
this
I've been holding
gripe.
on to it.
Ooh, so this one's been stewing. It's been marinating.
Luckily, I wrote it down,
Oh,
so I was able to refer back.
Because you
to it.
carry a pen
Exactly.
that you don't want. Is that the one you don't want anyone to take?
Yep. Nobody can touch it because for reasons like this, I need to write shit down.
Is
Like
that
my
going to be your
gripe.
gripe?
So-
Me using your pen?
No, that's my gripe.
So side note, you know, I've known Junkyard for how many years?
2001, 22 years.
I've known you for 22 years, and you know, I thought I already knew everything about you. But last time when we went to Pequot's, that pizza, I learned something new about you, and I never thought I'd actually learn something new about you. But I learned that you have a thing for pens.
That he's so petty? For pens?
He
Yeah.
knew about that. He knows I was petty. He just didn't know I was petty for pens. I hate when people take my pen. I hate when people like. So like when I was in school and people let you borrow, they'd be like, "Oh, can I borrow your pen or pencil or whatever the case was?"
Yeah.
You let them borrow it. You always expect it. At least I did. I always
Not me.
expected it back.
I'd be like, I'm not using it. Here, take it.
But that's like your only. What if that's your only other pen?
It's okay. I'm in school. I wasn't planning on doing anything anyways.
Well, I did. I wanted my pen back, or like when you let someone borrow a pen, like at a restaurant or something, and they like take, or like anywhere, or like even like when I worked at Circuit City, and I let people borrow a pen, they fucking take it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I hated that shit. So I have a pen with me at all times, and I hate when people use my like. Well, you can use it. I'll let
I
you borrow
just found
it.
it interesting that I've known you like that,
But
and
give it back.
and I've never once seen you be that way over a pen.
No.
But then again, like I said, we don't kink shame in this podcast. If you have a sexual affinity towards pens and that's
or other
that's,
phallic objects.
that's totally okay, Junkyard. It's 2023. Everyone's gender fluid. Which, by the way, anybody change their pronouns? No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Almost.
Thinking about it.
Okay.
But that's not my gripe.
But I will say, you said give it back. I did give you back your pen, motherfucker.
Yeah, but you took it without. First of all, you took it without asking.
Uh-huh.
Second of all, when I was like, "Where's my pen?" You're like, "Oh, I have it," and then he was already gone for like God knows how long because I didn't notice it was gone right away.
I was like right across from you.
It doesn't matter.
It was literally like
That
5
doesn't
feet
matter.
away from
It
you.
doesn't matter.
All right, we only have a little bit of time. We already squashed his beef.
My pen is sacred.
We already squashed his beef the other day. Get on with your gripe.
All right, my gripe is so like I don't know how many listeners out there have like a Fire Stick or I don't know if they do this on Apple TV because I don't have Apple TV, but like when you go on apps, so like on a Fire Stick, if you go to like say Fox, so you have the Fox app, you want to watch Fox, it'll take you like it'll say like oh here's a code, go to like Fox.com.
To
activate it, put the code in, and log in your account.
Slash
So you basically,
login.
you basically log in on your phone or your PC,
Right.
and it'll automatically log you in on
Exactly.
there instead of having to put in.
Or like even
user-
Disney Plus takes it a
Yeah.
step further. If you have Disney Plus on your phone,
Yeah.
and you're on the same network, it'll just be like, all right, I sent it to your phone.
Yeah, it'll tell you
It'll log in.
I grabbed this login. Is
Right.
that okay? And yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So why the fuck does like one of the biggest streaming companies not have this? Netflix makes you log in on the fucking phone. You know how hard, like not hard, but you know how tedious.
It's just annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like especially if your password's long.
Yeah.
And it's like I gotta go do with the fucking little arrows, like go down. Oh, my password's like, especially if it's like hard and like long. It's like
I
gotta-
know.
You know-
I get it.
I gotta
I
type
know
in
that
my
feeling when
email address.
it's long and hard. I get it. Very hard to
You know
deal
what,
with.
Junkyard? I 100% agree, and I'll take it a step further because it's even more annoying when I'm using someone else's account. So I have to go through. In addition to what you have to go through, I have to go through the trouble of contacting that person, and I'm like, "Look, man, I need the password again." And then sometimes they take a while to like respond, and I need it right away. And by the time they get back to me, what I wanted to watch, I'm no longer interested in, and it sucks, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Why the fuck can't you do the same thing as every other? I don't know any other streaming like platforms that do this besides Netflix. Like,
That's
why
true.
can't you just fucking make like I could do it? I'm already logged in on like 20 other devices. Just fucking send me the code, and I could just go on my computer or my phone and be like, all right, put the fucking code in. There, I'm done.
What about the password sharing crackdown there?
They keep saying they're gonna roll it out sometime soon, and that they haven't done it yet.
I don't give a fuck because I'm this close to canceling those fuckers. I swear to
So
God.
so is that your gripe?
That's my
Are you
gripe.
finished?
Yes, I am.
All right.
done.
So I actually have you reminded me of one of my gripes. So one of my favorite shows is Yellowstone, which if you haven't seen it, it's fucking
Is that on
fantastic.
Paramount Plus?
No. So what's funny is that it's a Paramount show, but it is not on Paramount Plus, which is what the fuck? Like,
Right.
why wouldn't it be, right? So they have the prequel. They have the two spin-off prequel shows to
Two spinoffs.
yeah, to Yellowstone. They're both pretty good, by the way. They're on Paramount Plus, but Yellowstone is not on Paramount Plus.
Is it on Hulu? What is it on?
So it's on I think Peacock.
Oh, okay.
So it was weird because I guess when the show first came out, even though it's a Paramount show, like they had a contract with was it CBS or whatever, whoever owns Peacock, I don't even know.
NBC.
There you go. They had a contract and whatever, so they had the only way you could watch it was there. So then like I figured by now they should have figured it out because they rolled out Paramount Plus. It's already been like they're already on like season 4 or whatever 5, and so it's not on Paramount Plus. So I'm like, okay, well, like what the fuck? Like how do I want to watch this? So how do I watch it? So there's another app. Paramount has two streaming apps. There's Paramount Plus and there's another one. It's called Paramount Extra. Or I can't remember. It's something really stupid. So
It's on the other app?
it's on the other app, but you have to pay for the other app too. Like,
What?
yeah,
So Paramount Plus, which is technically their like pay app,
yeah.
like you got to pay for another.
There's
app plus?
another one.
What the fuck?
So I'm like,
At this point,
what the fuck?
And people wonder why there's illegal illegal downloads.
So the other way I could watch it is if I still have Xfinity because my dad likes to actually like watch cable. That's the reason we still have it. So I could watch it on demand through Xfinity Stream. Or if you have like Hulu, the live TV pack or the TV package, and Paramount is one of those, then you could watch all the episodes there. But like it's a Paramount show, and you can't watch it on Paramount Plus. You can watch it on Paramount's other streaming app, but you got to pay for that. So yeah, that's my gripe.
at this point, isn't it
fucking
easier
stupid.
just to go back to cable?
Well, with everything like all the prices going up and how everything's all segmented now, like when you bundle like everything you want, including like live TV and sports and shit, like it's probably going to be about the same. So yeah, we've gone full circle.
And the problem with cable is like it's not like a streaming. Like for example, if I want to watch Mayor of Kingstown, shout out to Mayor of Kingstown, Paramount Plus. Like you can't just.
Well, don't fucking promote them. They're not paying.
It's a great show. If I want to watch them, I can't just be like unless you have like DVR or like on demand, like it's kind of
Yeah, but doesn't that all come bundled together now?
no because that's actually only streaming only. I think if I'm not mistaken.
All right, guys. So it's Paramount Plus, and the other one's just called Paramount Network.
Oh, okay. So Paramount Network, I assume, is just
So I
like
think
the network TV.
that's if you want the network TV,
right.
like a la carte,
Right.
Like you just want like AMC or you just want ESPN.
yeah.
So Paramount Network has their own app, and that's if you want to watch just Paramount, I guess the channel.
But why wouldn't it be on Plus? Plus is supposed to have all their shit.
That exactly, but it's not.
That's silly.
So, yeah,
Anyway, good gripe.
That's all I watch is public access TV.
nice PBS.
Public access. YouTube.
Yeah, like public access. Like they tell you about CTA routes in the city of Chicago. I don't. I drive, but it's fun to know the up and up.
What's your gripe, Mamba?
My gripe. I have an actual gripe as opposed to you two. I don't know if I should say it though. I guess I'll say it. I don't think this person will live. Will not live.
We'll live. Damn. Oh wow.
I don't think this person will listen to this. That's what I meant to say. But I'm not going to get into like a lot of details about it.
Talk about like, yeah, I'm not going to be edgy anymore. Yeah, this person might not live.
So long story short,
I mean, you're not wrong.
me and my fiance, we know this person. This person, I'm not gonna say this person's gender because that might give it away too. But this person is a friend of a friend, and we were at like a social event, and
What if this person does listen to this?
I don't think they do.
What if? Let's just say what if, or what if it gets back to them, like from somebody else?
Well, this might solve my problem. So it's not even a problem. So me and my fiance were at the social event where people were like asking about our wedding. We were like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's here. It's in Vegas. It's in this month. We're super excited. And then this person, like I said, we're not really friends with, but we're like friends of a friend. They were like, oh, they said, I would love to go. I've always wanted to go to Vegas. And my fiance, I don't remember this, but they said, my fiance said that both of us like, oh yeah, you should come. And I think that invite was more like, yeah, we were being polite, I think.
It wasn't an official invite?
I felt it was. And then I think we might have given this person an invitation. Flash forward to like a couple days ago, my fiance was like, oh, this person's going. I'm like, why? And how do you know? They were like, oh, they just RSVP'd. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, when did we invite them? She was like, a year ago. I was like, when? So basically, and my gripe is like they didn't get the hint that it was just like a polite invitation. It wasn't a real invitation.
But if you say you should come.
Yeah, I say a lot of things. I don't necessarily mean any of them. What was I supposed to say?
Well, maybe you know what? Maybe they're not going to go and they just RSVP to be polite.
That is a fair point. But if they RSVP'd and we assume they're going, and then we're going to invite somebody else, but now we can't because it's a spot. You know what I mean? Because I'm cheap. I try to pay for anybody else. But
speaking of that, I should probably RSVP.
Yeah, you probably should.
With my +1.
Do you get a +1?
I'm in the wedding party, so of course I get a +1.
Did they put you down for a +1?
I'm about to find out.
Yeah, you should definitely bring a +1. See, people say things that they don't really mean.
Oh, thanks, Mamba. I definitely will.
So I'm not saying that this person should. That's fine. They could come.
But isn't that like one more wedding present?
I'm the type of person that I don't expect a wedding present because like you're already flying all the way out there.
And if you have a +1, you get like a better present.
What is it? Like the +1 will bring a present?
Well, it depends. If you know both of them,
then they just give you one present.
They both give you one present, but it's their cumulative amount of that present is more than if a single person were to go to your wedding. So it's per person, basically. But
if you don't know the person, then
what if they?
So basically, like let's say.
What if they both bring shitty gifts?
Oh, then you should have invited better friends. So let's say you invite. Let's say I go, right, and I bring a +1, but the +1 is not one that like they're not friends with you or Megan. So it's my responsibility to get
Her
you.
name is Fuchsia.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so it is my responsibility to get you a gift that is to make up to it's for me
For their lack of
for
gift.
their I mean, obviously you could work it out with that person, whatever you're gonna get, because obviously they're gonna want to put on.
Yeah,
but the point is that like if it was just me by myself, then the value of the gift gets cut in half.
I mean, you don't have to get a gift. You're already going all the way out there. But if you want,
Well, yeah,
you know.
me being
Megan really wants a PS5 for some reason. I don't.
Oh,
get
does
it.
she? Is that?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's really weird. I was like,
her-
you don't even really play video games. But okay.
her name's Fuchsia.
Oh shit, yeah. Fuchsia really wants a PS5.
Oh, is that what she really? That's good. Thanks for letting me know.
Is there any games she really wants?
Yeah, like Mario Party.
For the PS5?
Yeah, for the PS5. So yeah, that's my gripe. Like, if I don't think this person's gonna hear it, but it's just like if somebody I barely know was like, yeah, you should totally come, I would think that they're being polite. They don't really beat it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But now they're going.
Yeah. So let that be a lesson. If you don't really want somebody to show up, do not invite them.
Basically, don't write checks that you can't cash.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's good advice.
Very good. All right, let's hit our final segment. Too many questions. We got too many questions. Blah, 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 whatever they say.
Oh, you don't have the sound?
No, I don't. I can't find it.
What the?
Why are you whispering over there?
Like, why are you saying? I forgot we don't have the soundboard. Oh, I can't wait for the outro music.
Is this just going to be jerk? I go,
Anyway, all right. So these are like we've got like a backlog of questions from like the time we didn't record from like the year and a half.
Oh yeah, is our email still good?
Yeah, our email's still good.
All right.
So
Our
anyway,
email still hasn't
our email's
changed.
still good. Our email's still
All right.
good.
Well, that's one thing.
Luckily, all right. So, dear Tony and Mamba, the guy I've been seeing for the past 3 months is still very close with his ex. They ended things a year ago, and by this point, it's probably already been like 3 years.
Yeah.
But whatever, this is still good. We'll act like if it's up to date. They dated for 3 years after having a strong friendship prior to the relationship. The ex tells the person I'm seeing incessantly that she wants to be back together with him and guilts him if she feels he isn't supporting her. They recently went on an overnight trip together to one of his friend's birthday parties a few hours away and are planning a weekend trip together to see one of his sick family members in October. Evidently, she became very close with his friends and family during the relationship, though half of it was during the pandemic, so it's all a bit confusing for me. I brought up that I felt going on a long weekend trip with his ex was crossing the line. Yeah, you think? He responded he could understand if there was even a hint that something could happen between them, but he knows nothing will and just wants her to return to being a good friend. However, if she's around, it doesn't feel like I'm welcomed. I don't think there's room for the relationship with him and me to grow if he's constantly prioritizing his ex. And the relationship seems unhealthy and codependent to me. I brought it up and he's unwilling to budge, saying she's very important to him and he's trying to navigate a difficult situation. I feel like I'm being reasonable and not controlling, but he said he couldn't imagine being with a partner who controls who he sees and who he doesn't, even though what I actually said was that he needed boundaries that define the relationship with his ex appropriately. Thoughts? Ex-Rex.
That's a dumb question.
Why is
You
that?
should vet these.
Why is that? No, any question or email that comes NKOTP we read. That was what we said.
We are not liars.
Okay.
We are many things.
But would you guys ever let your significant other?
Fuck no. That's my answer.
That's your answer. Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of on her side on this. Like, I understand, like, how she feels, and like, I think the dude's just trying to like play it as like, oh, you're just trying to control who I can and can't see. No, I think that there are clear boundaries that are not very well defined, because if I can think of like two people that are in a healthy relationship that would be 100% okay with like their significant other spending the weekend with their ex to visit family, to visit friends. Is like, I don't know. Even though, like I said, like maybe he's right. Maybe there's nothing going on, but it's just the optics. Optics are important.
I hear you.
I think that it's in some cases it's okay to be friends with your ex,
Yeah.
depending on like the situation and if your significant other knows about it. Like there's a lot.
What's there? But there's a difference between being a friend.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Being a friend and then like sleeping over.
Yeah.
Like there's lines, and I don't think you want to like. You can just be like, oh, I'm going to spend the weekend with my ex overnight.
And we're going to visit my family.
Right. And you stay home. Like, I'm going to go visit my aunts, my cousins, my mom, my dad with my ex. She's going to sleep over. Well, we're going to sleep in the same room but she hasn't said that, but I'm throwing some salt on it. We're going to sleep in the same room.
Yeah, we're going to dazzle it up a little bit.
But you have to stay home. And then when I get home, we're going to fuck.
Oh. There was that dazzling up too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're going to fuck.
Yeah, exactly. So, no.
Yeah.
That doesn't fly.
I don't really think it's possible to be friends with somebody that you've been inside of.
Yeah, it is.
I think so. I think you can be friends.
I'm still friends with you guys, I guess.
That is true.
And
some of us have been inside you.
Oh, yeah. And it's made us closer. This closer. Yeah, it's a weird thing. She should put up with it. She should break up with him.
I think so. I think that's a good idea. If she hasn't already, I think that she needs to be his ex.
Yeah, she should go through his phone just to be safe.
You know what? She should be his ex, so that way he pays more attention to
There
her
you go.
as broken
There you
up.
go.
She should break up with him, and then he'd be like,
Okay,
"Damn."
I guess we're going on a weekend getaway now.
Yeah.
Because we're exes.
Yep. Good idea.
I'm glad we could help."
Yes.
So there you go. Break up with him so he'll pay more attention to you.
All right, guys. Well, we're back. Back live.
We're
In
somewhat
action.
back.
We hit our minutes cap.
Yes, we did.
I think we're over.
We're over, but it's fine. Don't worry. 2 minutes isn't going to kill us.
Oof, are we gonna be able to prorate those minutes, or are we gonna get charged?
We'll get charged, but it's fine.
All right.
You got deep pockets. Your pockets ain't empty, cuz.
Pockets ain't empty. We ain't hungry.
All right, so follow us. We still have all the same stuff. If you forgot, Facebook or Facebook.com/NKOTP1,
Insta.
Twitter at New Kids on the Pod, Instagram also New Kids on the Pod.
Don't
Instagram.
don't contact us on Instagram though, because Junkyard uses that to creep on
On Sexy Baby
Instagram
Girls.
thoughts. Yeah, so that's his private time.
But you can, but you can still contact us. It's fine.
What about TikTok?
We don't have a TikTok. We don't have a Snapchat, but we have.
But we don't want any. Never mind.
Any what?
We don't want any specials listening to us through the TikTok.
Oh my god. We have.
And those are things that I don't want to say anymore. And I won't. That was the last time.
You go to YouTube, youtube.com at NKOTP, or our website, NKOTP.pro. Same other things, Spotify, iTunes, all the other bullshit. That's it.
So this was one podcast. Come next Monday, or whatever day we record. Like once one of us like, oh, are we recording today? Is anybody else could actually respond? Or is it going to be like, oh, you know what, something came up? Or,
I mean, I'm free. Once the baby goes to bed.
what if you're like, oh, Alex is throwing a fit. He's telling me what to
Yeah,
do.
he's like shitting himself on purpose.
I can't get him to stop.
That's different.
Or me, it could be me. I could be like, you know what?
I'm shitting myself.
Yeah, I'm just
purpose, and I
I'm
can't
just
get
a
myself to
I'm a lazy piece of shit. Now I don't feel like driving the 5 minutes over here.
The 2 miles.
Yeah,
Not even 2 miles. It's like
Yeah,
a mile.
speaking of that, that
It's
might,
literally
that-
like a mile.
Yeah,
that-
it's like a mile away.
that also might be dependent on weather. Because if there's weather, I will not be able to drive.
There's always weather, though.
If there's
Inclement weather.
inclement weather.
Just take your mom's car.
If there's any dampness on the street.
Dude, my mom's car got totaled.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, no. She didn't have a car?
Were you driving?
No.
Oh.
No, it was actually parked in front of the house.
Oh,
What
yeah.
the fuck? Someone hit it?
So I live on a main street, and for some reason it's a one way. Oh no, it's a two way, two lanes. But it's straight, just a straight for like I don't know, a good amount, good distance, and there's parking on both sides. I mean, they're not narrow by any means. Like it's a busy street, but for some reason, like people just crash into parked cars at night, and it just so happens frequently, yeah. So we always keep my mom's car in the garage for that reason. And one day we took it in front, or I took it in front, and
So it was your fault it was totaled?
it was actually because I took it out in front because my brother was visiting that weekend. So I'm like, you know what? Let me put the car in front because there's also, since it's busy, there's never any parking because people own like 30 cars and their garages are full of junk.
Mexicans.
Exactly. So my brother was coming to visit. I'm like, all right, she's coming to visit. I'm going to put the car from the garage in the front so we can have the garage. So we did that, whatever, came over, spent the weekend. Following, he left on a Monday, and I was like, oh, you know what? Like, I got to put the car back. I'm like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow because my parents were actually in Mexico at the time. So I'm like, oh, I'll put it back tomorrow. So the next day, when I was like, oh, because I worked the next day. I'm like, on my way out to work, I'll just throw it in the garage and fuck off. Well, at 4 a.m. that night, it got hit. Like this car just, I don't know, was driving. It did something weird. I don't know if it was trying to like drift or do a U-turn, and it just plowed in like 3 cars that were parked. And yeah, so called the insurance, filed a claim, and they're like, yeah, this shit's not worth fixing. So
Did they give you the money for it?
yeah, she got paid out.
Did she get another car? No.
She did get another car, but that's a whole other gripe because
For another day?
that's another gripe for another day. But just to give you a sneak peek, if anyone has Hispanic parents, they know that they loathe, or the bane of their existence is a car payment. Anything that requires you to pay a monthly fee for anything is like the plague. Like, God forbid they have to have a car payment.
I thought you were going to say being their interpreter at the dealer.
So no, but my parents are like they're like, I had to like convince my mom to get like that car. She bought it like somewhat new from a dealer, but that was like in
That was a long time ago.
2012. The car was already on its way out. It already had like 180,000 miles. Like it was time. It was time for it to move on. I wasn't that upset that like, look, it was already getting but you know how they are, like, oh, but there's no car payment. Yeah, there's no car payment, but you're dumping money in this car every month because shit's breaking down.
Yeah.
So she got paid out, and I told my mom, look, you get like a crossover, get something decent. Doesn't have to be like anything fancy, whatever. Just something with a warranty, whatever. I mean, you can put that towards the down payment. You only pay like maybe $100-$200 a month, and like I'll help you with the payment, like if it's too much or whatever. So what do my parents do? They buy another piece of shit. But whatever. You know what?
Wait, the good thing is that piece of shit can bring you here.
You know what? I refuse to touch that piece of shit. I mean, I'm exaggerating when I say piece of shit, but they basically bought a car that is old and already has over 120,000 or 100,000 miles.
So the car's already broken in.
So the car's very well broken in, and it's like, but there's no car payment, and that's what makes my parents happy. There's no car payment. They already had to put money into it because they had to change. They needed new tires off the bat, needed brakes, oil change. One of the headlights was broken. One of the there's some random shit that's just broken. Bumpers cracked, but hey, no car payment. So
Nice.
So if they're happy, that's all that matters. Anyway, ipso facto, if it rains or snow, I'm not going to come out.
It's okay. Mom will pick you up.
Ooh, if you do, we can get some McDonald's.
I'm done with that life. But yes, I will.
Bro, you ain't down for some chicky nuggies?
Ooh, double cheeseburgers.
Bro, double cheeseburgers on me. I'll even let you get an extra large drink.
Let's go right now.
He drove.
Yeah. I mean, we could beat up there.
Anyway, all right. Well, in a world full of shitty cars.
Yeah, in a world full of shitty cars, I understand not wanting a car payment, but sometimes not having one will cost you more in the end.
Cool. All right. Well, we will catch you next week. Hopefully. Hopefully, it's another 2-year hiatus. Hiatus.
A hiatus.
Oh, jeez.
Hiatus.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's not halitosis.
It's not another 2-year Hades.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we will check you out next week. Kissies on your dickies.
Cue the outro.
Now we say